nigga to walk that I'm blessed. See the love of God on my flex, I'm so blessed. 20K just on my chain, say less. I text every day to get dressed, so blessed. Been through the storm and the rain, still blessed. Had a couple heartaches and pain, still blessed. Handle the pressure from fame, still blessed. Since God called my name, so blessed.
Yes, sir, I'm blessed, don't play boy, cause I got it mad. Tailor made just for this fit, I'm gon' cut the slack. I'm the man, good hearted shorty with me acting bad. Shout out to mans that done tightened up since they became a dad. Shout out to me.
Welcome back to another episode of the Cobain Report. I am Rock Cobain. This is
T-Mail.
Seasons on the road, but you know the vibes. Today we have a very, very special guest. We have a couple guests in the building. Actually, we have a season regular, my boy Woodrow. What's up, Dro?
What's the deal?
Welcome back for your third episode in the first season.
I'm glad y'all had me, man. I appreciate it.
No, for sure. And for this
Y'all going crazy.
Man, we trying. We working on it. And for this episode, I gotta let T-Mail go and get an intro because he get a good ones. Go ahead, T-Mail.
All right, we have here with us an iconic Detroit native, a Grammy-nominated music producer who has produced for Chris Brown, Eric Bellinger, Snoop Dogg, Monica Brown, The Baby, Wale, just to name some. In case you're still wondering, you have heard his vocals on one of Detroit's anthems, We Up, by DJ BJ 3525. Sino, featuring Sino, G-Baby, Brian Hamilton, and none other than we have here with us today, Dre Butterz.
Woo! One of Detroit's finest in the building.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man. That's a heck of an intro, man.
Man.
Y'all done did some homework now.
We tried. Hey, yeah, for sure.
No, for sure. Welcome to the Cobain Report, brother.
Thank you, good brother.
So glad to have
be
you,
here.
man.
Glad to be here.
Glad to have you here. You are one of the elite engineers, producers, writers, and artists from Detroit. There's a few that I hold in high regard, and you are definitely one of those, from the production to the writing to just collaborating with some of everybody and not being stingy with the
Most
music.
definitely.
You collaborate with everybody from, depends on what the budget is. You know, you negotiate, you negotiate with everybody. So that's one thing I love about you. Not just in it for, the money or the fame, as you call it.
No, facts.
You in it because you love it.
Yeah,
and you're
definitely.
a real musician. So I'm real excited to have this interview. I had to invite Dro because Dro's a producer as well.
Yes,
He has his own studio, and we all kind of came up under the same little umbrella of watching you and you've been a mentor to us. So I just wanted to pay homage to you today and bring you on and let you tell your story, and give my audience a little bit of the Dre Butterz experience. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna
appreciate it.
T-Mail, go ahead, get us into the first one. I know you got something for him.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. Give our viewers a glimpse into who Dre Butterz is, man, and like how you got started with music. How did you know that, you was going to be doing music?
I'm going to go from the top, man. So I'm from the east side of Detroit.
East side.
Mack Avenue.
Hey.
All of those folks, what's popping.
Off Mac Gangsters, what up, though? Warren up, what up?
All the way down to 7 Mile, Van Dyke, West Side, Greenfield, 7 Mile. I've been pretty much all over Detroit.
Okay.
Since the age of 5, I've been playing drums. Pretty much both sides of my family are musical. It was instruments everywhere in my house. Drums. My uncle played the flute, accordion, harmonica, just different instruments. You know what I mean? So, and go home to my auntie and my mom is just pianos, bongos, tambourines, everything. You know what I'm saying? Both sides of my family. My cousin, his name is LaDon Ford in the gospel world. He inspired me a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like taught me how to play keys. My dad too. My dad played keys and sang. So
I never knew that.
yeah, they was
Deeply rooted.
it was just music everywhere, and it was really natural for me. After a point, it was like 10. I was playing in church, playing drums in church. Ventured off into the keys and singing, and then like 15. From 15 to like 20, I was a minister of music. Oh, I mean, just in church. So it was like I was getting paid.
What do I always say?
You know what I'm saying?
From church kids.
Yep. And it was a blessing because you just, transferring over to recording and producing full time. It was like I was already making money from music, so I seen the possibilities. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's still a long way to go. You know what I mean? But it's possible to make money off of what you do. You know what I'm saying? Off of what you love to do. So that really inspired me, man.
Man, I don't know why a lot of kid drummers, why we start off like on pots and pans.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
I seen you said, you did a lot of, practicing on pots and pans early. You know. Were you encouraged during that time, or like
very much encouraged, man. Like I said, my whole family was into it. So my mom never complained about the sound.
Nice.
And that matters.
Days and nights.
Nice.
She encouraged me, you know what I mean? She encouraged me and helped me to cultivate, cultivate the gift, yeah.
Nice.
No, I think that I honestly feel like having your mom allow you to make the noise in the house, it goes so much further in your career than having a mom or a parent who's like, nah, y'all too loud or whatever, right?
No,
because
facts.
you really can go that extra level and really work. Like, I remember my mom let me put a drum set in my house on Algonac when I was like 17, and my mom hated that shit. You know what I mean? But
I can only imagine.
bro, because I used to be smashing them bitches, bro. And she hated that shit. And the cymbals used to tear up the wall. Like, she really just hated the shit. But she let me do it because she encouraged the gift. She knew she saw something in me.
Ooh, encourage the gift is a fire.
You know what I'm saying? Like, she literally, she knew that, bro. Like, from early on, she just knew that it was going to be something that had to do with music, bro. So, I didn't even know you was a drummer. I thought you started out as a church organist and then just went on in music. I didn't know you was a drummer, too.
Yeah, drummer.
We got that in common, too.
I played at Faith Clinic.
Faith Clinic.
19, I think I was 19, something like that. 19 to about 25 over there with Fernando Do.
Shout out Fernando Do.
Fernando.
He used to date my auntie Riri. Fernando Do used to be at my house on Mac in Fairview. He used to date my auntie Riri.
Mac.
I swear to God, Fernando Do. Shout out to Aunt. Talk about you being young and coming up with the music and being encouraged, or how did it go in your household when you told them that you wanted to kind of switch over to do music?
Oh, they was hating on me. For one, I'm the only person that do music in my family. Like, it's probably more now, but like growing up, it's literally just me.
Yeah.
And I started late. I didn't start till like I was like 18, 19.
Yeah.
I grew up playing basketball. I went to college, and then I kind of ventured off into music, and I fell in love with that shit. So,
But you see how we got two different experiences here? But both these niggas like, I'm not giving it up. I don't care what nobody say. I'm going to do that, and this is what I want to do in life. You know what I mean? When you got to about, you said when you got to like 24, 25, how did you make that conscious decision to say, I'm going to give up church money? Because, bro, I still play at a church right now and get that church bag. Outside of working and all of that, like right now, I got to go to church tomorrow. I just was at rehearsal Wednesday because I love it. I love it. Like you talk about loving whatever. That's how I love church.
No,
I don't care about the bag. I mean, I want the bag.
No,
but
facts.
if it ain't exceeding, I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? Because I love to play drums on Sundays. I don't know what the hell I would do if I didn't play drums on Sundays because I love it. How did you make that conscious decision to say, I'm gonna leave this right here and trust myself and my gift?
It was a pull, man. Like, it was something pulling. It was like I studied so much engineering and producing, and I wanted to stay up on Saturday nights later. You know what I'm saying? So I had to go to sleep, get up, go to church. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, it was just, some other things too. You know how when we in church, we see, and we can't put this on all churches or.
Go ahead,
people are just not really genuine.
Go right where you going.
People not really genuine too about what they doing for God. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't playing at a church. It was just that was just like I seen the pastor have his sister homeless as she came to church giving to church. You know what I'm saying? He was pulling up. He had the furs, the rings, the bins, you know what I'm saying? And then his sister was in the situation, you know what I'm saying? So I was just
I'm gonna
like,
let this one go.
and I
know he got something to say with that. This one
You know
right
what I
here,
mean?
he
And
a
I was
church
like-
kid, but not like us. He more be like, nah, for hellfire brimstone. Y'all ain't right in here. I'm kicking the table over. He this nigga. That's it.
Yeah, because I just think it's more so about like your heart, man. It's your heart, and if you're a good person, because like you said, you got people that are leading churches, you know what I mean, and that's the kind of heart they got. You know, your sister is homeless or whatever. I was somewhere, and there was a well-known preacher in the city. He actually was on that show before that, Preachers of Detroit.
Bullocks? You talking about D Bullock?
No, I'm not gonna say his name, but
No, I call names on it.
You
D
serious?
Alexander Bullock?
You
What you
serious?
talking about?
Yeah, nah,
Uncle
like,
Bay.
yeah. But this guy, man, he was in the bank and he had probably, because he had it in his hand, you know, like, so it wasn't like you couldn't see it. Man, it was probably about, you know, $15,000, right? People coming in and they recognize him because he is well known, and they, you know, bowing to him and kind of like, you know, giving him his praise. And he's looking at them like, you know, he never seen them or he don't know them. And I'm pretty sure some of these people may attend his church. And I'm thinking to myself, like, man, like, this is the type of people that we got, you know, that's
That sound like some Marvin Wine and shit.
what they after is, yeah, it seems like what they after is what he got in his hand versus, you know, like actually touching the people. Because the people right here, you know, they trying to, you know, socialize with him. It ain't like they in church or anything like that. They at the place. It's a place of business, you know, but they just happy to see him, you know.
Your congregation gets so big though, bro. You kind of miss out on a lot of people. I mean, and a lot of them don't make the attempt to actually stay later. You gotta, some of them that'll, you know, they'll meet you at the back door and do the Episcopal wave and handshake and, you know, but that real introspective time to learn and know your members, that kind of go away when you leave that small church mentality. You know what I mean? I played them both, and I think that after you get to a certain, I done seen them just like church over, he just go straight to the office. They don't come back out. Associate minister come let church out, and that's just it. Because they're there, like we said last week, they're there really to see they entertainment. And the Rev is who they want to see. That's the entertainment value. Yeah. That's who they're there for. They ain't there for God. A lot of them just want the show, bro. It's literally their Sunday entertainment. This is a part of their life and their lifestyle. Sundays we go to church, then we go to eat as a family, and this is just tradition, what they've done for years. But it kind of started back on the slavery vibe, right? When they would make us all get dressed up and go on Sunday morning and go get sold. It's just tradition, dog. It's like, I don't. This
just transition.
when you go
else.
into that religious bag with me, I can go into the religious bag with you because I literally, me and this fool been in church a long time.
No,
So
facts.
tell me, man, like I seen somewhere you said growing up where, you know, you had humble beginnings. You know, you felt like you was poor, right? And you know, with you growing up in church and having that feeling at the same time, and like I know at times you probably prayed, you know, and just wonder like why you may have been in that situation. With that, like, how did you manage to stay out of trouble, you know, when you was going through those struggles? Because, you know, people tend to get in a lot of trouble when they're going through stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, I did get in trouble.
Okay.
It's just that God saved me. God kept me out of the, you know, out of the way of the law. And you know what I'm saying? Things like, I'm not saying nothing terrible I did,
Right,
you know,
right.
anything terrible, but I'm saying like, it wasn't easy to like mentally be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna keep the faith in God. It's like a thing. Like I came to grips with that God was calling me. You know what I'm saying? And then to understand the story of Job.
Oh my God.
All of these things, you know, as a kid listening to those messages, they come back. The Bible says that raise up a child in the way he should go, and
he's older, will not depart from him.
And things begin to come to me, and I understand that I understood that going through the trial was to get me to go in another direction. You know what I'm saying? So, I really walk with God, man. Like, hey, I'm gonna trust you. I'm gonna trust, because it's not gonna hurt. To trust you is gonna hurt. Either it's gonna hurt not to trust you. You know what I'm saying? So, things just became clear to me, man. Like, first of all, the decisions that we make ourselves, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes we blame outside situations.
Yeah.
You did this and you did that, and we forget that we made decisions alone, that we made decisions to partner up. We made decisions to, you know, that put us in those predicaments too. So taking responsibility for me, you know what I'm saying? My decisions helped me too.
Accountability.
Accountability
Yeah.
is a big
Yeah.
factor in everything.
No, facts.
Man.
Yeah.
No, it is. I think that you know, like I was telling him earlier, knowing that you have the background that you have with an evangelist as a mom, you know, and then you went to military school, you know, you have a different kind of structure when it comes to certain things. Like I've watched you a lot, and when you say you are going full time on something, you go full time on that. I don't know if it's like you just zone out and this is the only focus for you. I don't know if you get into like some Mr. Holland's Opus type shit and everything, but like that is your focus, bro. Where did that come from in you to be able to have that drive and that focus like you do, bro?
It came from a lot of not completing things, not graduating from high school, the typical high school, and me wanting to complete things. And then music was like something that I trusted, that people trust me with, that I trust myself with, to take their money
And produce
and
a hit.
produce something for them. So it was a comfortability in that. So I gravitate toward that, and then it's like, no, I gotta finish this. I gotta do this because it's just a lot of, you know, it comes with, you know, the striving for success, starting something and not being able to finish it, not being true to ourselves, not being disciplined. You know what I'm saying? So I try my best to be disciplined when I say something, when I start something. Finish it, you know what I mean?
Because
God,
zoning out. You be on the album, it'd be like one single, next single, next single. Like, dog, he is focused on this album, like, or whatever it is, you know, at that point in time, whether it was B&B, whether it was scoring a movie or whatever it is, like you hyper focus and you really be into it, dog. Like, and I think that the product, listening to your music, you can tell that you literally hyper focus, like,
most definitely.
because there's no, like, most people, you can hear a back that's kind of off a little bit. Nah, you gonna make sure everything is slid and right up. Like,
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? You take a
Yes,
lot of
sir.
attention to detail with that music. Do you think your childhood played anything into that? We were talking a little bit earlier about, you know, childhoods. Do you think your childhood had anything to do with kind of the way that you attack music the way that you do?
I couldn't say that. We could say that because my cousin is a perfectionist, and I kind of picked that up from him. We know when something is messed up. I'm talking about everybody, even just in our life. We know we can what to do to straighten this out. So yeah, I do transfer that over into the music too. Like, hey, this is in my control to get this. You know what I mean? To be great. So taking my time and really listening and really just putting in the work. That's definitely my mantra or whatever you want to call it. Like, just my thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
What you got for him?
Man, listen. So I seen
crazy
you had me come up. You had me come up with something, man. And this is gonna be for everybody. So you had me come up with something, and I'm gonna call this segment "Bad Trips." Right, man. Tell us, man. You had me laughing and telling somebody about this 6-day bad trip you went on, man.
Talk to us about the popcorn story.
What's crazy?
We wanna
What's
know the
crazy
popcorn
is
story.
y'all are digging, man. Y'all serious.
We do our homework on this show, bro. We do
Yeah,
not
man.
play around.
So I was out with on tour with Mr. B&B. Shout out to Mr. B&B.
Yeah,
Peanut
Mr.
was
Peanut.
popping. Man, and we were on a college tour and we were in Alabama. And I was like, man, I need a drink. You know, he always on me like, you don't need that drink. You need to be able to do this any given moment. So one of my homeboys came and was like, man, I got this popcorn, sweet popcorn. I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna just get a couple of these kernels. And then it turned into me eating the whole bag because I forgot. And I was hungry.
Crazy.
And Unc say this is my best performance ever in life. He said I was down there in the girl's face, grabbing the girls and everything. I was like, and that was just the vibe of it. I forgot. And then when we went to a gas station, man, it hit me like a ton of bricks, bro. I was like, I was like, everybody's out to get me. I gotta get out of here now. So
You had a T-Pain moment, bro.
I took off for the hills, bro. They had to come get me, calm me down. It was, and then everything seemed so real though, and that. But I think I for going through that because it made me understand the power of the mind. The power of the mind. And a guy that I was with on tour with us, he's a Muslim. He said that I quoted an entire chapter out of the Quran, word for word, and I've never read it a day in my life.
Word.
Yeah. And it made me understand the field. It's a field of consciousness that we all, you know what I'm saying? You tap into those things, and then, you know, hallucination is a part of it too, all of that. But it was 6 days I went to the hospital. They said I denied treatment. Everything was against me. Everything was against me. Everything was against me, bro. I'm talking about everybody knew. He was cooked. I don't care what person it was. It was like, oh, you know, everything formed into one thing. You know what I'm saying?
Was high.
Yeah, it was crazy, man.
So where you say you got that popcorn from? Because I need to take it. I need a weekend. I need a weekend where I feel like Time Machine. What's that?
You want to go on his journey?
Yeah. But look, speaking of that, right? A lot of these religions do be saying though, when they get high like that, they be in their whole like different world tapped in. Not normal Christianity. Go ahead. I know you got some stupid shit to say. I see it on your face. Go ahead. Get it out your system.
I wasn't even gonna say no. I'm listening.
No, go ahead. Tell us about your bad trip, Woodrow. You ever had one?
All right. Damn.
Don't forget that so hard, Capper. Right there.
This about. So this about edibles, right?
Whatever you want to talk about, because we know some friends that be on some powder now.
Okay.
My word. There's really two. I got two. I'm gonna start with the first one. The first one, shout out my nigga Docious, man. Shout out my nigga Docious and ISO. Docious made some weed brownies. This like, oh my god, he made some weed butter. This is way back. It was new to me. I had never even known about edibles at all. So he was in there like, yeah, nigga, watch this. You know what I'm saying? He made some brownies, not knowing I love chocolate.
Oh yeah, you do. You just got a whole hand.
And I ain't even eat today.
Yeah.
So he made the brownies or whatever. We had some girls come over. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm smashing. They brownies. I don't taste nothing different. I ate like 9 of them. I was only supposed to eat half of one. So I'm just sitting there, and I'm just gradually just leaving this dimension. Like I don't know.
No, bro,
and it lasted for like a whole day. Like I was just,
there.
It got to a point I was just sitting there like.
No, bro, I've been there, nigga. I swear to God,
Dog.
like we talking about trips. I know normally go this route on this show. I'll never talk about my shit. I'll make y'all talk y'all shit. But listen, dog, the highest trip I ever had was with my boy Weezy on Algonac, bro. This was back in the days when you could get $5 double stacks and $10 triple stacks. This is those days.
Oh, man.
Bro, we took one bean, popped it in half. This is back in the days when I was doing 2 days sober rock star shit, 20s, right? I was like 24, 25, some shit like that. So we popped the bitch in half. He took half the bean. I took half the bean. Bro, all I remember is being on some like stepbrother shit with my face on the damn stairs. Just standing up. He like, bro, why you laying on the stairs? I'm like, I don't even know. I don't know why I'm just laying on the stairs with my face, like standing up, laying down, nigga, at the same time. Like, I think everybody who's a musician, bro, has had a trip or two when it comes down, because it's like music it's a gateway drug itself. You know what I'm saying? You getting a vibe and you be like, I'm about to smoke a blunt. I just made a banger. You know what I mean?
No,
like
facts.
That's what got me started.
It's his own little gateway. Go ahead.
That's what got me started. Music. You know what I'm saying? When I really got in that studio, I was at Rough Dog. That's when I started smoking.
Get cooked. You know what's funny? Bringing up Rough Dog, I want to talk about somebody who you used to be with all the time. I want to talk about the transition in labels. I watched you be affiliated, I think, with 3 different labels. Since I've known you in the 12-year span, right? We had Kano DiBiase that you were with at first. I don't know. I can't remember the name of the label. And I seen
In
you
the Mix.
In the Mix.
Yeah.
You were a co-owner on that?
Yeah.
Okay, and then
Still
you went
got that hat.
from there
Dang, that's crazy.
I still got
to
it.
B&B, and then I seen you working with Workshop.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so tell
yeah.
me about the transitions, I guess, of going from indie and your own to kind of moving up the chain in all of these different labels that you've, these 3 that are popping.
Well, we were in the Mix. We family, you know, family to this day still, and we were just going and creating and working with different artists, and then I had the opportunity to meet Mr. B&B. Well, actually, I was with Denon Porter
Nah.
first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Shout out
Nah.
to Nas.
Yeah,
EJ Keys too.
yeah. What's up, though?
What up, Uncle EJ?
EJ. Yeah, and then from there, I got the opportunity to meet Mr. B&B, and we just instantly locked in, man. It was a lot of artists over there first. It was a lot, and it was only like 4 producers. And when I tell you that every artist was coming to me for music, and I was an artist myself, because I'm signed as an artist. So I was like, yeah. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get everybody in here a record. And it happened. I was like, I'm gonna play my position because it's coming in, you know what I'm saying? Last on the totem pole, you know what I'm saying? And bro, when I tell you now it's me, Foodboy Marley's back over there.
Okay.
Foodboy Marley, shout out to Foodboy.
Yeah,
Back
shout
over
out
there.
Foodboy.
And Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, yeah.
When I tell you, when I looked
I
up,
just seen her with JP not too long ago.
when I looked up, man, it was me in there by myself. I was like, wow. It's been 10 years now. I've been with him, and it's been so many artists, bro. But when I walk in there and put that key in that door, and it's me in the studio to myself, you know what I'm saying? It was like, and he always say, man, you stood the test of time, man. You was with me, man. You was locked in, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, man,
Y'all definitely that moment is an era. If you know anything about or watch Dre Butterz, the whole story, like that right there is a time capsule of music and production. That, yeah, I think you was definitely in your bag through this whole little. You know, I think you dropped some of the hottest shit when you was with B&B, and you already was on some shit before that.
Yeah,
you know what I
most
mean?
definitely.
Go ahead, I ain't gonna cut you off. Go ahead.
Yeah, no,
let
you
him
good.
cook. Let him cook. So,
and
go ahead.
then Sino and Uncle Wes put me with Workshop pretty much. And shout out to Che Pope, man, he a legend, man. Worked with some of the greats, you know what I'm saying? So from Kanye to 2 Chainz to just Dr. Dre, you know what I'm saying? Some of everybody. So it was nothing like in paper or contracts or anything. It was just more so of a brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and we just locked in, man, working.
Man, I done seen you work with some of everybody. Speaking of that, you worked with Lawrence Jacob as well.
Yeah,
which
most
was just here a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah,
That's
yes,
our
sir.
little cousin. So,
That's your little cousin?
yeah,
Wow.
Lawrence grew up at Welcome and then went over to Bishop and Coletta. Like literally our little cousin. Like the first person that he recorded with was with my brother City. You know my brother City, Javon.
Yeah.
The first person he recorded with was him.
That's crazy. I didn't put together that
He
Charles
came
was
through the
brothers,
whole
man.
boot camp, and he
What?
me and City. Don't nobody ever know me and City brothers. That's the craziest thing because we
That's
look just alike.
crazy.
But no, we 2 different niggas for sure in Jesus' name. But but look, bro. Name me some of your influences in this music game, bro. Your sound goes from gospel, hip hop. I think I even heard you do a country record. Not too long ago, you did a pop record. There was another pop record that was crazy that you dropped during COVID that went stupid, where you was like in front of his house and the video was crazy. Your videos is always nuts too, bro. And then you
Man,
always be
appreciate
dressed like, dog, you are smart when it comes to marketing in your videos, bro. Everybody else would be dressed hip hop and shit. He have on a tuxedo, like, nigga, I'm the real, like I'm the orchestra man. I'm the real nigga. I'm the leader.
Dre
of this.
Butterz is the Detroit Will.I.Am.
Man, appreciate you, brother. That's a compliment.
Slash for real.
And both of those guys,
yeah.
I look up to, man. Definitely.
Wonder.
Who's some of your influences?
Those 2 guys.
To start with,
Yeah.
I don't want
The Dream.
Okay, I was about to say I don't want producer
T-Pain.
influences. I want artist influences, bro.
Yeah,
Because you're an
T-Pain
artist too.
Man, I can hear,
I know
can hear all of that in the music too.
And I'm gonna tell you, Kendrick too, man. Because when I heard Swimming Pools, bro, when I heard that snare coming out of them speakers, when I heard that mix and them strings, bro, I was like, I gotta figure this out. I gotta be able to sit down in front of a session like this from top to bottom, produce the record, write the record, mix the record, master the record. That was my goal, to figure out how to do that at a high level. You know what I'm saying? I'm still learning every day. You know what I mean?
Figure that out.
And so on that, like we're figuring it out, right? I like to ask the producers. I think you work with also Jupiter.
Yeah, Drew.
Yeah,
Big Juke.
I got a
Shout out
chance-
to you. He's there too.
Yeah, shout out
Yes,
to
sir.
Jupiter,
Jupiter's
yeah.
there too.
Yep, I got a chance to ask him the same question as far as
I met
like
Juke through
as a
Jupiter
producer,
through Butterz.
That's crazy.
as a producer, as you cooking up, how do you know when you hit that like sweet spot? You know, in the song where you just know like, man, this one gonna go.
I mean, you talking about as far as it's gonna go, as far as like people gonna mess with it,
Or just when
when
you
it's
feel
done?
it. Like when
As
you
far as
feeling
like
it.
people gonna mess with it, you know, like because I can feel like when like I was telling you about how much I like the We Up, you know, I could feel like at some point it was like, man, you just knew like this gonna be one of those ones.
Yeah. Man, with that particular record, it was my birthday. The day after my birthday. And the morning is like my most creative time, probably every human in America.
Soon as you
But
wake up.
yeah, it was like I just vibed, man. Just was vibing. It was just keys and the vocal and some drums, and then it just a couple days went by. I just kept adding to it. Then I took it to Sino. He was like, "Oh, this is crazy, man." Got him on there and G Baby, and we all got together and finished it with Brian Hamilton, and it
so
was
cold.
yeah, it was just like it's just like a feeling, man. You just it's magic doesn't happen every time we do good music. Every time we sit down, we do good music. We do great music as producers and writers. We do good music, but I learned that magic is mad. It's a whole nother level of it. And it happens when you're doing it. You can't get the aha moment
And that's what I
thinking
was
about
gonna
it.
say.
You got to be in it.
Yeah, you got to be
Like
living
when he
the moment.
said,
Yeah,
when he
you
said, how
gotta
do you know
be
you're
in
in
it.
that sweet spot, or like when people gonna care? I would say, as a writer and producer myself, I don't give nobody else to think. I gotta feel that record first. Like I know when I'm in that
That's the
sweet
same thing I
spot.
would've said.
I know when I'm in that sweet spot when I want to hear the record on repeat.
Yeah. Fact.
When
Yeah,
when
that was
I
my
want to
answer.
listen
when
to
I
it,
get excited about a record,
that's when
I'm
I-
like, oh yeah, people going.
and then the potential.
I need some publishing
because
now.
no, because then the potential would be like, okay, maybe somebody else gonna listen, or you never know you got a hit, right? Because I did On Me and didn't have a clue it was gonna do what it, you know what I mean, was doing, because it was just another, I'm gonna talk my shit and just be Cobain, but you never know when it's gonna be like something like that.
Sometimes, even half the time,
We Up is
half
crazy.
the time it be the song that you don't even care for,
That be the one.
and then somebody just, hey, what was that? What was that?
Yeah.
And then people just pick up on it, and that's like, I done had like 3 singles picked like that. It was my least favorite songs I was gonna throw away. Y'all
This
can have
industry
this.
pick it.
I ain't even gonna put this out. No, what you mean?
No,
So-
facts.
So
You know what I'm saying?
you don't think even though I know all of them haven't worked, but y'all don't think that picking a sample, right? That sample that was already a hit, you don't think that like repeats a hit, you know what I mean? Like
Not all the
it's
time,
almost
'cause we
like
done
a
heard
cheat
No,
niggas-
no, no.
we done heard-
It can play a part, but it's some people that'll pick a hit sample and they'll have a hit beat.
But
And
they
if they
ain't-
say the right shit, it'll be a hit, but
Yeah.
they don't say the right shit.
But some
right,
don't,
right.
bro, because we done seen
Yes.
shit on Facebook where niggas be like, I wish y'all stop fucking up these old good songs doing this bullshit to them, because
Man.
they not making hits out of them. So like a person like this one, right, who he uses samples, but he'll sample himself or use whatever. He's more of a real musician. So a sample ain't really something that's like, that ain't your first thing he going to.
No,
he going
facts.
to making a hit, and
Facts.
somebody else want to sample that shit.
Facts. And
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's where I'm at with it
I'm
too.
about to sample your shit.
Yeah, no, hey, and that's where I'm at, and that's why I create what I like. I do a lot of retro stuff, and especially now the releases that's coming out, a lot of retro stuff that I actually created my own vocals, sample myself, and sample the music, original music, because I understand that today it may not go here, but 10 years, somebody that's coming up
Is gonna
that
hear you.
knew about me, that was coming up as a producer, gonna go back to that
Yeah.
and be like, let me sample that, and then
Create
he
something
with
completely crazy.
the hottest artist that's
Yeah,
out,
and then you get a dub
and
check.
then man, what I
Yeah.
understand. So that's why I'm creating my own samples, original music now, because it's real estate. It's not about today in this industry. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about today. It's like thinking ahead. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and make this for somebody that's gonna go ahead and crank out one of them them
joint
20,
joints.
35 hits. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
for sure.
And I'm just sitting in the crib like this. Like,
Residuals.
yeah, hello? Yeah, we signed with your, what you call it?
Yeah.
We on the, it's dropping and what you call it? And we want to pay you to such. Okay, thank you. That's what I did it for.
Yeah,
So-
we just heard,
so I got a
we just
question.
heard Eric Sermon
Yep.
we just talked about that not too long ago. He's sitting there getting money on money for a record they did way back when.
Yeah,
He ain't
yeah.
even thinking about it. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
So yeah, I think that one thing I do want to know before, we wrap it up and get on out of here. I know the vibes, bro. You often talk about people who do music for fame versus doing it for the love, right? Explain to me the difference in those two that you feel, the Dre Butterz definition of the difference between those two, because you mention it a lot.
I'm gonna say the fame to me is going with the wave and talking about what everybody else is talking about. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a hot topic, and I know that people gonna rock with this. You know what I'm saying? But we're innovators and thinkers. You know what I'm saying? And it's like we love to do things that hasn't necessarily been done. I mean, in a way, everything is kind of regurgitated in some way, the chords and the progressions, but just being outside of the box, man, thinking outside of the box, you create a love for just being able to think and being able to experiment, because a lot of times what I tell artists is in the studio, this is not iTunes, bro. They think that this program is like, no, you won't know until you hear it. Experiment. Be flexible.
Yeah.
Learn how to paint. Be free. Be more freer with experimenting, because take this part and put it over here.
Yeah.
Bring this back, and because people are like, oh no, I can't. They're really afraid to even hear it. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that has ideas that's in the room with you, you incorporate those ideas. You hear them. You got an idea? Okay, here, let's hear it. Let's do it. Let's hear it. Okay, cool, because that's going to lead you to another idea. One word is going to lead you to another word.
That's how you build a hit.
You feel what I'm saying?
That's how you build a hit.
Do you think that you have found that you get a lot of pushback from artists, or do you think because of who you are, they just kind of trust you, or that working relationship, they just kind of trust you?
I get both. Sometimes people want to come in and show you their talent. You know what I'm saying? So I go off the energy. You know what I mean? So if somebody is there, they want to let you know what they got. I let them. I strategically use my energy to use what they have, and then put together what my ideas are from there too. Because I use everything. I don't leave nothing out. I'm using everything. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm just creating another edit. Hey, check this out. We can go back to that one, but this is my idea right here. Oh my God, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. So I'm using everything around, you know what I'm saying? Even the energy, because you get energy that's overbearing sometimes. And, and then you get some people like, I don't care what you give me. Here go the money right here.
Yeah, do whatever
Just
you
give me something. You know what I'm saying?
And then,
It's like, and they take off.
Yeah.
They take off.
Every
Yeah,
time.
because they listen to you and they trust the sound.
Facts.
No,
Yeah, and I still include, their ideas too. Whatever, you know what I'm saying?
yeah. Outside of the Chris Brown and Snoop Dogg record, what was the one that shocked you that you got? And I know you have, bro. I know you didn't work with everybody, but what was the one outside of the Chris Brown and Snoop Dogg?
It was the Eric Bellinger, because we got nominated for a Grammy on this project, man.
Talk about
It
the
was
Grammy
like
experience.
I remember making a beat. It was one day I was just like kind of low in my energy, and I just pulled myself up like I gotta get something done. So I remember making a beat and just like I was like, man, this is hard. Sent it to Jazzy Faye. And it was like a month later, he sent the record back.
He said that shit that like it was regular.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He
But
said that
that's
shit like it was regular. I just sent it to Jazzy Faye. You know what I'm saying? Light work.
Yeah.
How did you even
Shout out
hook
to
up with
Jazzy.
Faye, man?
Prevail, man. Shout out to Prevail,
Prevail.
man.
I ain't heard that name in a while.
Yeah,
Shout out
man.
to Prevail.
Prevail's mogul, man, for sure. He linked me with Jazzy, man. And
Your talent did the rest.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We locked in and went crazy because it was just one of those things.
That's another
like,
era.
He was
that was crazy work.
Yeah, because he worked with the Dream too.
That
So-
Jupiter and Jazzy era was nuts,
No,
bro.
facts.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Super facts.
I'm
You
talking about.
Dream yet?
No,
It's coming.
That gotta happen.
It's
no,
coming.
facts.
No, it's coming.
Happen.
No,
Sorry.
facts.
It's coming. He keeps saying the name
Hey,
too much.
Dream.
It's coming. He manifested it right now. It's coming.
No, facts.
No, it's coming. So we're gonna get this episode wrapped up. Let me see if the GOAT over here has one more thing you need, because I know I've been hogging this interview because I'm a fan.
Right.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying? I was telling him
Appreciate
outside, bro, from your parenting, being a father, the way that you always putting K Butterz and Baby Butterz and
K
Mama Butterz.
Butterz, Dre, what's popping?
You know,
yeah,
always-
I got a new one on the way too.
Oh, look, Baby Butterz.
Another one.
A little margarine butter on the way. It's like,
His name is actually Music
dope. With a Q?
Nice.
with the Q.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah,
that's
it's
dope.
July 14. Music legend. Coca.
Congratulations.
Good.
man.
Congrats, bro.
Thank you.
Cancer. I hope you push on over to this Leo energy. But go ahead, T-Mill. I know you got. Go ahead.
Nah, you covered everything, man. Everything all
Thank
good.
you,
Yeah.
thank you, because I took this interview myself. So we're gonna give everybody one round and tell them where to find you guys at, what you're working on. I know Woodrow, he's gonna be here, so y'all know what he's working on and stuff. But go ahead, Wood. Let him know everything.
You can find me on social media at The Real Woodrow or Woodrow the Entertainer. I got new videos out. I'm an artist, producer, engineer, songwriter, actor. I do all this shit. Stop playing with me.
Yeah, and he got them braids.
What is it, the braids?
I've been talking about them braids for 10 years. They ain't even braids.
You can't even grow braids.
That's what I be talking about. I'm
These
jealous
is
of the
braids
braids.
this time.
Go ahead, T-Mill.
Yeah, check us out on YouTube, The Cobain Report. Continue to like, comment, subscribe, share it. Follow the brand, blessed_Detroiter. Shop with us. We got new colors out now. And go with God. You'll be blessed.
That's right. Mr. Dre Butterz, go ahead and let him know that's your hard camera right there. Talk to the people.
Yes, sir. Y'all can follow me everywhere at Dre Butterz, DREBUTTERZ 313. That's on Instagram, on TikTok. You know what I'm saying?
For you little young children.
Just y'all hit me up. You know what I'm saying?
Features available, records available.
Yeah.
Please inbox.
Yes.
Keep the streams going on streams.
It's not free.
It's not
Yes,
free
sir.
either.
Yes, sir.
You got to
It's
pay
not
to work
free.
with this one for sure.
Tap in.
Yeah, tap in
sir.
for sure. So it's been another great episode of the Cobain Report. I am so grateful for Dre Butterz, one of my influences, stopping by. Basically, my mentor sitting to the right of me right now, you know, honestly. So I am grateful for you stopping by the little old Cobain Report, bro.
Man, shout out to the Cobain Report,
Hey,
man. I'm
man,
with
you know
you,
we in the
man.
game.
I'm with you.
So I also want to
Yes,
shout
sir.
out my clothes are sponsored today by The Living Company. That's right. We not complaining. We just changing on the hoe 2 times. You hear me? And as I always say,
Just
I'm looking at this camera, but I'm supposed to be looking at this one. It's a wrap, bitch.